already know the vibes. Inspired by K Solo the Rider. If you haven't tapped into the podcast yet, you're missing out. Go check it out, catch a vibe, and get inspired. If you're already tuned in, keep that energy flowing and that podcast on lock. This your girl Most Wanted. I'm out.
All right. You know what time it is. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific on that West Coast. You already know what time it is. Trip Talk time. What's going on, Doc Remy?
Hey, what's going on, man? It's Trip Talk, and I am in the building, K-Solo.
That's what I can't wait to hear, Doc Remy. Oh, man. Come on in, folks. Come on in. Join us. Oh, man. We got the Bells
welcome.
with us, man. Hey, man. Shout out to the Bells. Bells is a
Shout
membership
out to the
of
Bells.
the channel.
Hey,
man,
everybody.
They post coming in green, folks. That's what I'm talking about. Get you a membership. Subscribe to the channel, man. Become a member. We greatly appreciate it. Have you aboard. Thank you very much. Come on in, folks. You know what time it is. We got our guy Bolo with us tonight, man. Thank you very much, Bolo. Thank you very much, sir. Hey, man, we greatly appreciate that. And we're going to give you one of those, Bolo. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, man. We greatly appreciate it. Come on in, folks. Who else we got coming in tonight? Be more. That's what I'm talking about. How we doing? Wakey. Let's ride. All right. C1s from Wilson, North Carolina. In the building. Doc, you got people saying in the building. Oh, that's yours, man. I'm giving it to you, Doc. Come on, man. That's going to be yours. You're going to be in the building. That's right. What's going on, D-Bell? Oh, man. D-Bell showing us some love. Thank you very much, D-Bell, man. We greatly appreciate it, man. You guys going to keep this channel up and rolling, man. You guys going to keep this channel up and rolling. Thank you. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate everybody, man. All our members that join the channel. Hey, look, we're going to have something special for all the members that join the channel. We're going to thank you. We're going to show our appreciation for that support, man. What's going on, T-Rock? T-Rock, you already know what time it is, man. You know what we got coming up. We're going to have we're going to be doing a release. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to be doing a release. Mr. D. Joyner, good evening, sir. Good evening, man. How was that pie? Kim Henry, what's going on, Top? It's been a while, man. It's been a while. How you doing out there, Top? Getting ready for that Hoka Hey challenge, man. Everybody coming in, they're like, hey, man, we want to hear about some what's going on with the Hoka Hey. What kind of tips can we pick up? You know, what's out there for us? Sakila Pussy, what's going on? What's going on, Super Solo, man? Super Solo Titan. You know it. T-Rock, yes, sir. We're gonna get that on. But listen, Doc, what's going on? Come with it, man. Hey, I appreciate you, man. You know it's number love. Package in the mail, man. Package in the mail. Lee Ann, come on in, folks. We got people coming in. Some new names coming across. Thank you. We greatly appreciate everybody joining us tonight. Step, thank you very much. Is that my guy? Is that Scuba? Is that Scuba Steve? Is that Scuba Steve? 1245. Hey, man, I got you. Don't worry about it. I got you. I'm gonna do it the right way, though. I'm gonna do it the right way. All right, folks, listen, we're going to go ahead and get this show started, man, because you know what time it is. 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on the Pacific West Coast. We got our guy with us tonight. We got PayDro on with us, man. PayDro going to be breaking it down. He's going to be sharing his journey, man. He's going to be sharing his ups, his highs, his lows, his ups, his downs. Going to be talking about that Hoka Hey ride, that 2024 Hoka Hey ride, man. Just to kick things off, everybody know the Hoka Hey motorcycle challenge, man. It is probably, if not the world's toughest motorcycle challenge. 24 was the 10th year of its running, and to celebrate it, they went back and ran the course. The only time that they have reran a course for 24, and it took them from Daytona to Key West, all the way up to Homer, Alaska. And that was when this show first premiered. Again, I want to thank Wolf, the Outlaw Chef. I want to thank Logic, and I want to thank Chris Hopper for helping me get this platform up and running, because without them, I could not have done it. I could not have covered 13, 14 days of Hoka Hey. Trust me when I tell you, it wore me down to the nub, because I was literally up 24/7, watching the big board, checking on riders, doing call-ins, and in touch with HQ, making sure everything was good, man. And I want to thank Beth and the whole board and committee for allowing me to do that. So I'm definitely looking forward to 26. We're gonna have a great show. We're gonna do great coverage of it, and I think you're gonna be impressed. And I think it's gonna do the riders justice. And I also want to say this: it's gonna do the family members out there justice, because they be watching this show. You have no clue how many family members say, "Solo, I thank you," and the guys for broadcasting the Hoka Hey, because I got to see where my significant other was, my husband was at, how he was doing, and people was at work looking at the broadcast. They was like, "Well, what's going on? What are you looking at?" So that was the love of it, because having ridden the Hoka Hey and almost succumbing to it, I know what it really means to family member to be able to watch it in real time. So, Doc, how are you this evening?
I'm doing good, K Solo.
You doing good? Come on, man. You got to be more enthusiastic.
Yeah. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good.
Doing
I'm doing
good.
great. Yeah,
How's
man.
she looking tonight, folks? How's she looking tonight?
Hey,
Come on,
everybody.
man.
Thanks for coming on the show. Thanks for coming on, everybody. I'm excited. I guess I'm a little nervous, K Solo, because I don't know much about the Hoka Hey. Never rode it, never ridden it before. So I guess I'm a little nervous. I don't know if my questions are gonna come out the way I want to, because I don't know much about it. So I'm excited to learn some new things, about this Hoka Hey.
Right. So basically what you're going to be doing, you're going to be interviewing PayDro, and you're going to be interviewing me, having ridden it. So you see the Hoka Hey challenge from a different perspective from both of us. So that's what I'm excited about, man. Let's dive into this.
Okay.
Once again, I want to thank everybody for coming on, joining us tonight. We still got people coming in. We got Dan from Alaska. Oh my goodness, man.
Wow.
Thank you for joining us, Dan. Thank you. I hope you were at the finish line for 24 when they were up there in Homer. I've ridden up to Homer, Alaska, Homer Spit, as they call it, and went to that little bar. So I got a dollar bill hanging up in there somewhere. We got rider number 1306, Handsome Dave. What's going on, man? Thank everybody for joining us. Oh, big bro, thank you, man. 26 is going to be a big surprise on the routing, my brother. Yes, it is. Can't wait. Come on in, folks. Come on in. Well, listen, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and bring our special guest in so we can go ahead and kick this show off and get it rolling, Doc. You ready?
All right. Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's bring them in.
What's going on, Pedro?
Hey, K Solo. Thank you for having me on. Hey, Doc Remy, how you doing?
Oh, man. Hey.
Great
First of all,
here,
man, we want to
really
give you
excited.
a big old round of applause, man. We're going to give you a round of applause for Solo for saying, "Hey, Solo, man, I got this guy, man." And I'm like, "You got this guy?" I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "Oh, man, let's."
Yeah, Polo's my boy, man. I love him. He's great. He's a great Green Knight too. Yeah, and Schneider from Alaska, I know him too. So I'm glad to see my boys on here.
Oh, that's a good deal, man. That's a good deal.
Good night.
So listen, if you would, please, sir, go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience tonight so they can find out who is PayDro.
All right. Well, my name's Peter Lyle. PayDro 1228 is my Hoka Hey number. I rode it the first time in 2024. Some of y'all know Steve Davis, big bad biker karaoke, and his wife Dawn Davis, Ladybug. They're the ones that got me into this. I'm originally from Cocoa Beach, Florida. I live here in Melbourne Beach right now, and started riding probably when I was 23 with like an old 750 Kawasaki. Rode it for about a year, and I almost got T-boned by a car, and then I sold it. So I started riding again when I moved got to the Patrick Air Force Base in 2003. Started working here, and they had free motorcycle training. So got a motorcycle, got free training for it, and I was a motorcycle safety instructor since 2006 for about 10 years. was a motorcycle safety instructor. So I've been riding pretty regularly since then. I'm going on longer and longer rides every time I get a chance. Out to up the mountains of West Virginia, Kentucky, North Carolina, Georgia, Missouri, and then out to Kerrville, outside San Antonio. And I've done one iron butt challenge for just a basic rider iron butt challenge for 1,000 miles in 24 hours. And that was basically my intro to getting into the Hoka Hey. So Steve and Don Davis, they got me into it, and they were just adamant about having such a good time and all the people. I did go to a few of the taco runs out at Medicine Park prior to signing up for the Hoka Hey. And the people, my first impression were, these people are nuts. How are they going to go 10,000 miles with all of those stipulations? What are you guys thinking? And it's like a brotherhood, brother-sisterhood of people that just have so much knowledge about riding and doing it in a different way. So how's that for a first part introduction?
Oh man, you're right on the money, man. You are right on the money. And once again, we're going to give you applause for that, because you nailed that one. You nailed it, sir. But listen, you said a couple of things, man, that really just said, you know what is it about this challenge? What is it? You said people got to be nuts, man. So I got to ask you, are you nuts? And why did you want to ride the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge?
I can't nail it down to one thing, but it's a little bit of nuttiness. It's a little bit of, hey, other people have done it. Now I want to try it. Can I do that? Can I be outside and sleeping outside without a hotel for this many days? Let me try it. And there's something about it. You can't really describe it. And then once you get out there, it's just the crowd of people that's around you. It's just infectious. I think that's a good word, and a good way of infectious.
Okay.
I'll describe it without really describing it.
That's it, man. That's it. Bolo said, yes, he is nuts. That's good job, man. Sugar Bad Ventures, man. Thank you for joining us tonight. We are all a little crazy to do this challenge. Yes, we are, sir. Yes,
gotta be. I'm scared of the Hoka Hey. Somebody asked me today, did I have any aspirations to ride the Hoka Hey? And I said, no. I said, I'm scared of it. It's not that I don't know how to think I know how to read a map. I can read a map. I can sleep outside. I've done it. I think I can do it 1,000 miles every day for some times. I just think it's a dangerous. I think the routes are dangerous from incidents that I've heard about, or people that have went down doing the Hoka Hey. And so somewhere in me, I feel like it's a dangerous challenge. And so if you guys want to address that, I love you to address that for me, because right now I think it's a dangerous challenge. So yes, when it says on the website that you need to be a badass or a step above the rest in order to do this challenge, yeah, I think it is nuts to do this ride. But go ahead and address that for me, please.
Go ahead, Pedro.
You want to take that? Okay.
Yeah, go ahead, Pedro.
Well, you've been riding for a long time, Doctor?
I've been riding for 16, 17 years now.
Okay, that's a chance in itself. Taking that chance of being on the motorcycle. So it's not the same thing, but you can be dangerous, but not much more dangerous than you let it be. You can take your own. You go your own pace. This is not a race. Winky wink. But there is no prize at the end except for stuff for putting on your vest. Patches for yourself. So you need to take yourself and your own self and accountability. So if you want to take 500 miles a day, you want to do 1,000 miles a day, that's all up to you. You take it at your own pace, and you'd be fine. I think the preparation and things like that. The weather out there is the weather. Just how you deal with it every day. But if you want to take a stop here at any stop around and take your time waiting for it to pass through, that's up to you. That kind of answer for you?
Yeah, that's one.
Now I'm gonna add my 2 cents into it. I went into the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge under the assumption that it was the elite of the elite, the most elite riders, the most elite long distance riders, the guys that's willing to push 24 hours. We're already doing iron butt rides. We're already doing 1,000 miles. We're already doing 1,500. We're already riding coast to coast in 3 days. So to me, it wasn't necessarily that it was more dangerous than riding, because you can go out here and ride from your home to your nearest store, and a car can go and take you out on probably the safest route. So for me, it wasn't saying it was the most dangerous motorcycle challenge out there. I had ridden to Prudhoe Bay, Alaska on the Dalton Highway. Now, to me, that was just straight up crazy. So riding the Hoka Hey for me was a test within myself, my endurance, my ability to navigate, my ability to ride my motorcycle long distance, and it's riding the distance on back roads, which that's what I love. So the scenery to me made me just feel comfortable and right at home. You know, these back roads, these little farmhouses, the fields, the mountainsides, the rivers, the stream, the lakes, all of that was just that was feeding me. That was my energy. I was like, okay, what's around the next curve? What's around the next bend? You know, getting stopped at a railroad track. Some people sit there and may throw their hands up. Oh man, I'm stopped. But I took the time to just sit there and enjoy that. So I'm not going to say it's the most dangerous challenge. It's what you make it. You can go out and say, I'm going to do 500 miles a day and stop. I'm going to do 600 miles a day and stop. You can sit there and say, I'm going to keep my speed limit at this and keep it there and ride it safely. It's when you ride outside of your comfort zone, when you ride outside of your limitation, that's when it becomes dangerous. So I would say building your resume to do the Hoka Hey, and I highly encourage that. Build your resume, get you some long distance rides in, get you some seat time in, go ride some back roads, experience those turns, curves, dangerous, more than just riding straight line. And you'll be ready to take on the challenge as long as you ride your ride and stay within your limits. That's my take.
So there's no gravel roads. If you you need a certain type of bike to ride the Hoka Hey, because in my mind I'm picturing gravel roads and rocks, and I can remember T-Cat when T-Cat did the challenge, and one time she was going live and she showed us she went down, the bike fell, and she was in the middle of nowhere on this road and had to pick her bike up by herself. And I was just thinking, like, man, this road. So I got this idea of these back roads with this gravel and rock and not having the right tires and no GPS and things like that. So that's what makes me think is dangerous. And then every year I hear that maybe someone has passed away on the challenge. And so I guess somewhere in me, I feel I'm scared of that challenge. So that's like nothing that's on my radar. And so I'm very intrigued about it and want to know more. And I don't want that fear in me to, for that ride. And so I have a lot of respect for people who even attempt it. That's what I have.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. And just like K-Solo said, if you go outside your bounds and go outside your ability, it gets worse. If you go beyond what your ability goes as far as distance and sleep deprivation, I can have some comments on that later. You got to recognize what your limitations are, and then not go beyond those.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
Without a doubt. So let's get onto your journey, PayDro. This was your first time riding N24, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
And you guys were down in Daytona, down at the dealership down there. That was the
Eddie Morse.
Yep. dealership down in Daytona, which that was a little bit different this year. I know the dealership had reached out and said, hey, we want you guys to start at the dealership, because typically I think when they did it the first time, they started out in Key West and they left Key West and went straight up. So the little bit change to the start of this ride was actually starting down in Daytona. So how was it down there meeting the whole group of people, the atmosphere? Did you learn anything? Was there what was your experience?
Oh, it was kind of electric. You had 2 or 3 days of getting your bike ready to make sure you had your gear correct, or your bike in good order, attaching the trackers to the bike. Getting to know the people was just amazing. I met a couple guys from New Zealand, Australia, Canada, that they all flew in to ride this. People from all over the country, the guys that rode their bikes from Washington State to get there. A lot of victory riders too. That was surprising me because I ride a victory. A lot more information and just people that were just. It was great. I really loved it. A good just starting experience.
Okay. And like you say, you had people from all over the world pretty much will try to attend it or try to participate in it. I know one of the big things is people would come down from Canada, people come up from Mexico, just all over. There's been time where people actually come over, purchase bikes just to ride the Hoka Hey, and then turn the bikes back into the dealership, sell it back to the dealership just to do that, man. It's awesome. When you talk about coming together as a group, everybody there is friendly, welcoming, always willing to give you pointers, advice, and just kind of like coach and mentor you if it's your first time there. Would you agree?
Definitely. Yeah, it was very friendly. It was awesome. I'd been to the taco run, so that was nice to see a lot of the same faces that I'd seen before, and here, there, hey, good to see you again. Good. What have you done to your bike? What have you done here? What have you been doing? And it was good to catch up with everybody again. And then I don't know if you want me to start with the start of the ride, like where they line you up. So that was a photo from that morning. So they send you off at 0600, 06 in the morning. So you're up at probably 5 to get food and pack up and make sure all your bike is all there. And then they have a little Native American ceremony where they have the little smoke and the little blessing of you and the bikes. And the lower, those who don't know, they line you up in the lowest numbers first, and then all the way up to 1228 and more at the back of the pack. Because hey, you're the newbies, you just follow the pack, guys. And everybody was going up and just kind of waiting.
Actually, we want to get you. Actually, they want to get you out of the way so that if you have a mix up or boo boo, you don't take out the whole group. Man.
Exactly. So as everybody's getting starting to go, it's like I had to have earplugs in and getting my old gear on. And basically, everybody went in front of me, and I was the last one left, literally DFL, dead freaking last, going out there. People were lined up on either side, families, friends, all the way down to the exit where you actually get on the road. And I was honking my horn, and they're like, yeah. It's just like you're kind of amped up on just the start of the trip. So, and it's good because for us newbies who've never done it before, you just kind of follow the crowd until a certain point where everybody can just take off and go their own speed. So at the beginning, it's just kind of surreal. It's just you don't really know what to expect, and it's just interesting, I guess. I don't know how to phrase it.
There's an application process to join the Hoka Hey Challenge. Did you, when you put in, and you have to pay a fee. So when you paid your fee, PayDro, and you submitted your application, were you confident that you were going to be accepted, or were you nervous and not wondering if your resume was good enough?
It was half and half. I knew I had done a bunch of long rides, but nothing over 1,000 miles at one try. I'd done probably 3 or 4 days at a time. I think maybe 5 was my most days, and probably 500 miles per day. So I was a little nervous, and I put in my application after they had closed it. So BBK and Ladybug told me, hey, just put it in there. Usually there's a waiting list, and they'll let you know if you're going to make it up to, how many people drop out or how many people get accepted. So I was nervous about not making it in, but it got down to kind of like, I think it was May or June. I think it was May where they finally let me know that I had made it in. So I was very thankful for that, and got in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And the thing about it, man, is the entry process. That's what really threw me. And one of the things that, and I always reference back to the sit down that I had with Kenneth Andrews when we were in Oklahoma for the RTE, and he said, Solo, that's your type of riding, man. That's what you're meant for. Submit that application. Go ahead and put yourself in the hat and to get selected. And once you get that selection and you get that phone call, you get that phone call for that interview. That's when it hits the fan. That's when it really started hitting home to you. Did you feel that, PayDro?
Yeah, it was much like that. Can't say much more than that. I knew that I was a lot lower than a lot of other people out there like yourself that really LDR, long distance riders that have much more experience. But I think they wanted a good contingent of different people, and ones who would be motivated to finish. And I am still motivated to finish. For those who don't know, I made it 6,200 miles and dropped out due to my throttle hand and issues, and my eyes weren't focusing. So just spoiler alert. I didn't make it last time.
We was gonna get to that.
We're gonna bring it back a little bit, man. We're gonna bring it back a little bit. We're gonna get ready. But the first thing I always do this, and I apologize to your organization, man. I always like to give recognition to your affiliation. You are a member of Green Knights Military Motorcycle Club.
Yes.
Is that correct, sir?
Yes, sir, it is. Yes, we are about 140 chapters throughout the United States. We're all stationed at military bases all around the country, and we've got many overseas as well at Italy, Ireland, Australia. I think there's one in Croatia. So I'm located at Patrick Air Force Base here in Florida on the East Coast, and we are in for mentorship and riding well and keeping our servicemen, men and women alive when they're riding, and just having a good time. And the companionship and camaraderie is what keeps us together.
Okay, nice. I apologize about not front loading that, but I just want to make sure that we covered that. Now, also one of the things about the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge, yes, is that they're all about charity, all about giving back. I know you had we had talked, and you spoke about the organization that you sponsor or rode for. Can you just give some information about that as far as your affiliation with them as well?
Yes, this is a Green Knight used to be on it, and then he wanted to separate himself. So instead of staying as a Green Knight, he wanted to focus on this charity that he runs. His name is Jerry. I don't remember his last name, but it's Veterans Canine Solutions.org. It's out of Augusta, Georgia, and they train service dogs for needy, wounded, or PTSD type service members, and it's zero cost to the veteran. They do train them for civilians as well, but there is some cost for it. I believe they do try to use if the service member has their own dog that would fit their certain ailment, I guess you say, they'll do their best to use that If not, they can get a Doug that fits that person the best way. And that's the nonprofit I'm going to be raising money for, my charity, and I'll be having a GoFundMe type page as soon as I can soon, so I can start raising money now all the way until the Hoka Hey and even after.
Okay, nice. And like I said, we like to front load your affiliation or organization you support, and these are the two that we definitely want to just give recognition to.
Thank you.
Yes, awesome. The midnight.
Yeah, motorcycle, and I had to ask that question because I'm used to Motorcycle Ministries, MM, and he said no, Military Motorcycle Club.
Military Motorcycle Club.
Yes,
I like it.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. That's a good deal. So we're all 3 service members, 2 Army, 1 Air Force.
Yeah. Thank you for your service.
All right. I was in the Navy. So I was in the Navy for 5 years.
Navy.
Right out of high school. Yes, ma'am.
Oh, you weren't in the Air Force. You was in the Navy.
Yeah, I'm working for the Air Force, I guess, Space Force now as a civilian. So I was a Navy in Rota, Spain on C-130s, and then in Cecil Field, like Jacksonville area, and attached to the John F. Kennedy for 2 years.
Nice, man. That's real nice.
Good deal. It was stinky. It wasn't that great. It was stinky. I got to be real with you.
Oh goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, listen, man, we're gonna just kind of recap. We still got people joining us. Thank you, like that, for joining us tonight. We're talking with PayDro, and he's discussing his 2024 Hoka Hey ride. And just to give you a little insight, there was about 236 people started that challenge, and 75 people, for various reasons, did not complete this ride. So for all my mathematicians out there, drop it in the comment section what that ratio is of finishers. Once again, they started out of Daytona, Florida, went down to Key West, and rode up to Homer, Alaska. The 2026 Hoka Hey is already gearing up. But if you're wanting to join, if you want to participate in the Hoka Hey, I'm going to tell you the first thing you need to do is be at Small Mountain Taco in Medicine Park, Oklahoma. Meet the riders, talk to them, get more information firsthand, and then make that decision and say, hey, man, this is something that I want to do. It may be something that I'm interested in. But look, we're going to keep right on rolling along. We're going to get ready to kick this thing off because, hey, we're looking for some great stories to be told because, man, from what I was told and from all the discussions in all the groups, this was probably the hardest start of the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge ever.
Yeah. Hurricane. In a hurricane.
Yeah, in a hurricane. Speaking on it, Doc.
Yeah, I was watching it. I was glued to it. I was appreciating the podcast too, because like I said, me not knowing much about it, every time I seen you pop up on my live feed, I was on it like, what these dots mean and who moving where. And I'm tracking the hurricane. And I'm like, oh my God. And I was picturing myself. I was like, man, if I was out there on my bike thinking about it, and it was I think it was nighttime when they started it. And I was like, man, it's just in the rain and the wind blowing and people is just like really going. I was just really hyped. So it was a rough start, but it was very exciting to us out here looking in.
Yeah. Good deal, man. Good deal. Hey, Big John Levin, he sits on the board of the Hoka Hey. He said, and we can always use volunteers during the event, even if you're not riding in the event. So Big John Levins, he's up there. He's on social media. Reach out to him. Say, hey, Big John, I may be interested in volunteering for this chat to support this challenge, man. So there's always room. There's always other ways to support this ride and be a part of it, even if you don't want to get out there and braid it. But listen, go ahead and kick us off on the start from the dealership. How did it go out the box? Was all your gear right? Was all of your preparation and planning right? Everything that you were thinking it would be, was it there?
I thought it was. I thought it was. My rain gear was good. My waterproof boots were good. I'll talk about halfway through about stuff I lost along the way, but the start was great. The start was really good. Everybody got on the road. It was dark for another hour. before we got much light. And they sound out the gentleman at the front who was kind of like, I don't know, who's their Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer kind of guy. He goes as long as he goes, and they said as soon as that guy pulls off to the side, then everybody can go. You know, he's like the when it's a NASCAR driver, the pace car.
The pace guy.
He's like the pace car. Yeah, so he goes 10, 12 miles or so until he pulls off, and then everybody can just go at their own pace. So that worked really well. Had a little drizzles, you know, up and down till, you know, like the Orlando area. Nothing really crazy, but we all knew that there was the storm coming. There was a lot of chatter going on. Are they going to cancel it? Are they going to do this? And it was like, no, we're going. You're going or you're not going. It's up to you. But we knew it was either a hurricane or a tropical storm, and it kind of blew out when it got over the state and kind of just had lots of rain on lots of rain bands, which, you know, I'd rather it be a hurricane and just fly right on through, give us the 80-mile-an-hour winds and get out of here. But no, she had other plans. So on the way down, we had, you know, rain bands coming through, and, you know, other, you know, just wind. That's a great picture. I mean, that's about what I look like, you know, during the ride. So got a decent start, hitting water, hitting rain, hitting wind, and then it'd be sunny, you know, a little while later. By the time we got down to the top of the Keys, you know, it was pretty smooth sailing, and then it started getting worse and worse. The wind started coming up from the south. When we got down to Key West, it was pretty flooded. It was getting up to like my ankles on my floorboard, so I had to kind of lift my feet up. You know, got down to the southernmost point, and my wife had texted me, and I got it at dinner down there, and she's like, "You got to stop at the southernmost point because everybody's taking pictures because there's a webcam down there." So I had to stop by that southernmost point, had my feet in so much of water, and the waves were crashing over the southernmost point, and I learned later that a lot of my lights and my horn got shorted out. I'm not going to blame her though. It was pretty tough because people weren't really sure where to go. Everything was kind of flooded, but I could see other people coming like the wrong way. That, you know, you had, when you came down a certain way, you had to take a right instead of a left because of the way the instructions are. You've got to really follow the instructions well, because they're very particular on that. Got back up to the upper Keys, and I was about to stop at this little mart that had a very nice picnic tables and shade over, and I was going to nap there for the night because it was about 9 o'clock or so. And I hear these motorcycles coming up from behind me, and there were 4 motorcycles getting on their horse. And I thought, I'm by myself, and I'd like to be with a little pack. So I threw my stuff back on and went with them. These are part of the group that I hang with.
Okay.
I was later on back up when we're heading back north, kind of north of Daytona, I believe. And we took a wrong turn. So if you're following a pack, make sure they know where they're going, because there was a turn in the road, and we went straight down this dirt road that 4x4s go on. And as you see, there are potholes and water holes everywhere, which I still have mud on my muffler and my headers from this route there. I'm like, nobody's going to believe me unless I get pictures of this.
Yeah. So my question to you, PayDro, is did you set a limit to sit there and say, if the road don't seem right after 5 miles, I'm going to stop and do an asthma check. I'm going to do a direction check. Am I going right? Did you have a plan in place for that? Or did you just going to keep riding and riding and riding?
Oh, on this particular road right here?
Mm-hmm.
Or one in general?
In general.
Yeah, we figured in general, I didn't have a rule for that. I didn't know I didn't give myself rules. But I did know that if I went too far or a certain amount of miles, you know, past where the direction said I was, then I need to turn around and go back. You know, it was more of a feeling.
Right.
I've got my big ones that were on day 7 that I really had some longer misses.
Right.
Can I tell you about? I'll finish up the Keys trip. So we got with a group of the five riders, and we hooked up with a couple more, and then we headed west on Tamiami Trail 41. And it was midnight-ish and started heavy drizzling around. We're on the 2-lane road, and I was a couple bikes back, and we see a gator kind of fly out from our left, heading right across the road. And the first, the lead rider misses it, and then the second rider, which is in front of me, they hit it, and it spun around and just crushed against my forged bars. And then Hippie 2 was behind me, so he hit it too as well. And he said he crushed it. And later on, he up in Arkansas, when he caught up with me after we separated, we got back together. He's like, "Hey man, that gator we hit?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was pulling out teeth and bones out of my tires, so I needed 2 brand new tires. They're stuck in my tires."
Man.
Yeah. So. And it was a smaller one. It was more like 5-6 footer. It wasn't a Haas. It wasn't a big monster, but we got it just out of the way, so it didn't get any of us. We just barreled right through. Maybe 10, 15 minutes later, we were at this little park that just came across, and then we slept there for the night. And so, and that was at 1 a.m. That was the first day. So up at 5. Down at 1 a.m. So that's about 19, 20 hour day. Obviously, you're getting gas along the way, not riding for 20 hours, but it was a long day. Just saying. And with the wind and the rain and having to grip, trying not to grip your throttles way too much. Okay, motel. Oh, that's in that's in Mexican Hat, Utah. Those are my ugly feet, and I was taking pictures of the guys. It was raining outside, so we had to get underneath the shell. That was another fun one. So yeah. So the second day we got up to, or I separated from the big group. Me and another guy went up to Tifton, and we had stopped at a T in the road, and we kind of like stopped, and he was leading. I kind of looked at him. And he looks up at the sky and he's like, "Hey man, I think we're in the eye of the hurricane right now," because it was all calm around us, and the clouds were kind of moving funny. But that was like, so we should keep going, right? He's like, "Yeah, we can go now." And I think that was what was left of Debbie.
Oh, goodness. Hey, look, Dave just dropped a question in, man. He said, your make and model of your ride.
Oh, it's a 2014 Victory Crossroads. It doesn't have cruise control. It doesn't have a great rear shock, which I knew the cross countries have a much better shock. Oh, there's my my climb jacket that I lost. Okay. That blew off the bike.
So you were like Fred Sanford, man. You were losing stuff all over the country.
Yeah. One cool thing, since we were going through Canada, you had to pack your medicines, your prescriptions, in you had to bring the bottles with your name on them.
Have a label on them
through customs and label your label. So I had a little pocket. Evidently, my saddlebag did not close at this one point, and I put my Hoka Hey shirt with it too. And at one point, it flopped open and it flew out, and I didn't know. Well, some guy, I think he was 1145. I forget his name. I'm really kicking myself. He found it. It had been run over by a bunch of cars, but saw the Hoka Hey shirt and nose, so he picked them up, looked on the label, called Junie. Junie's like, "Hey, did you miss your prescriptions?" I'm like, "Yeah." This guy's behind you a little bit. He's going to come catch up to you and give them to you. So I got to thank the guy. I forget who he was, but thank you so much. Even though they were all smushed together and we're all basically dust, it was nice to have them back in. So
Nice.
Tamar say that gator was a small one. It probably was longer than she was. It weighed more than she did. We had Tamar on the show the other day. Tamar, she said she's 5 feet on the driver's license. 5'2", 5'1".
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It wasn't fast enough to get across the road, though.
So can I ask a question?
Of course.
Did you have a pit crew? You know, as we say, you know, we have a pit crew when you go on a road on a trip. And if you was using your cell phone to get notifications, how do the Hoka Hey board know that you're not using your phone for GPS and you're talking to your pit crew if they're telling you about the weather or something like that?
That is a good question, and it is a personal. It's your personal journey. Okay, if you're going to cheat yourself and do it that way, then you're not getting out of it what the Hoka Hey was meant for. Okay, it's the honor system basically. If you want to do it that way, you're not getting everything out of it and challenging yourself to do this within the rules. Now, you are allowed to have physical maps. I did have a big atlas, multi-sized, and once I had dug it out of all my gear, at one point, probably day 5 or 6, I started highlighting ahead of time at night when I was getting ready to go to, tent it up. I would do some highlights and see and make sure what was along the way, kind of look ahead. So we are allowed to do that and use those physical things, but not the GPS. So if somebody wants to go and cheat that, they're cheating themselves and not doing it in the correct way. So anything else for you, K-Solo?
No. I say it like this right here. Definitely an honor system, but the number one thing about it is learning how to read the line by line directions and learning how to use your A and B trip and have a plan. When I ask him how far were you going to go off course before before things didn't feel right or seem right, see, people don't think like that. I learned that lesson during my first Hoka Hey when I went 20 miles, 30 miles, 50 miles off and things didn't seem right. And then I would go back past where I missed a turn. So I penalized myself. But once I learned the system of line by line directions, learning my A and B trip meter, because the B trip meter is always set to be hit 10,000. The A trip is hit every time you make a turn. And I tell everybody, and people sit there and say, oh, well, I'm riding, I'm seeing the scenery, and forget to hit that trip. There's not a greater feeling than when you get to your turn and that sign direction says Route 78, and you look down and it's at 11 miles and you there. That builds your confidence to the point where you can go a little bit faster. You can focus and zero in on looking for that next turn and looking down at that tripometer. So the thing is the confidence builder is that trip A and trip B. So if anybody out there listening that's going to be riding, get so used to hitting that button for trip A, trip B, that's going to save your butt. I tell you right now, because I learned it the first time I rode it. The second time I applied all the mistakes that I made, and I did pretty good.
Why do you have trip B? Okay, so why do you have trip B set at 10,000 at every 10,000 miles?
Because I wanted to do 1,000 miles a day. My goal was to do 1,000 miles a day, no matter what the time was, no matter if I was ahead or if I was behind, I was going to ride till I hit 1,000 miles. So if it was a 10,000 mile trip, that was my goal. So there, I'm letting the cat out of the bag. How did I plan to ride a Hoka Hey? I wanted to do 1,000 miles a day, no matter how long it took, no matter how short it was. And I lived by that trip A on my bike to sit there for my turn by turn directions. But listen, we're going to go ahead and take a quick pause right quick and reload. And we're going to try to get out of Florida and get rolling across the country because, man, we're already 50 minutes into this show. All right, we'll be right back. Stay tuned. Hey, folks, it's K Solo of Riding with K Solo podcast. Hey, just want to let you know, tune in every Tuesday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 Pacific, right here on Riding with K Solo, the podcast on YouTube and broadcasting on Facebook. Every Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 Central, 5 Pacific, where we're going to be highlighting the unsung riders from across the nation, riding the highways and byways, the back roads, the adventures, the journeys, the tales, and the legacies. Make sure you tune in right here, Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 5 Pacific, Riding with K Solo, the podcast.
And we're back.
Hit it again, Doc.
And we're back.
In the building.
In the building, man. In the building. We're talking about the 2024 Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge with PayDro, man. It's your time to shine, PayDro. Tell us about it, man. Get back on it. Tell us about it. Get us out of Florida, man. Get us through Georgia. No, first off, getting out of Florida. Getting out of Florida. We have to talk about the elephant in the room, the hurricane, man. Talk to us.
Man, that thing was just a beast. She was always there. It was like that thorn in your side. It wouldn't go away. And the weirdest side thing we had, they brought us back to the Teddy Morse, right by Teddy Morse in Daytona, right where we started. But we had to go past it. We had to go a different way, right around it, and then up through Jacksonville. That's where we said goodbye to her. It was me and the other guy. I think it was Ron. I forget his number, but yeah, we cruised up there and we're just finally out of it. And it was good to get out of it, even though we had another, I think, 5 more days of rainy days along the way, but not fully rainy days, not the whole day. Yeah, it was just like every time you thought you were out of it, it just there's another rain band that came in. They just keep coming in, the rain and the wind, man. So it was really nice to get out of there and be done with her.
Good.
Bye, Daddy.
Yeah.
Doc.
Yeah.
So, Doc, did you hear about the hurricane that was going on down there and the storms and the horror stories?
Yes, I heard about it. And I was at home in my bed watching the screen like, man, I'm glad that's not me out there like that. But what it sounded like, it wasn't as bad as listen, it sounded like PayDro was saying it wasn't that bad because it was this spurt. It will rain and then there will be no rain and then just some sprinkles, and so it wasn't bad as I was thinking, or it just was nonstop for 5 days, right?
Well, I'm a Floridian by nature, and I'm from here, and I know how heavier it is. For sprinkles for me, is a 30-mile-an-hour wind, and it comes down and the rain bands. It's a whole weather thing. I don't want to go off course, but yeah, they come through at 40 miles an hour wind, and that's like a minor blustery thing. And they can spawn tornadoes and stuff. A couple of the guys. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No. This was another question. So if you're like sleeping somewhere and you say it's not a race, this is a personal individual challenge. But if I'm asleep by the gas pump and I hear some motorcycles revving past me, it just seemed like I'm gonna be like, no, you're not gonna leave me. I'm about to jump and put my boots on because I want to get there too. But you say it's not a race. So how do you keep it from being a race and keep it personal?
That's a personal choice. So the higher level people who really want to get up to that, that patch that says I was a premier finisher, then it's different for them. It's different for them. It's different for everybody. So
okay. So it can be a race.
It's some people it is, winky wink. It's not.
It's a challenge.
It's a challenge. But everybody's got that. There's certain people that love that challenge of getting there before the other guy.
Hungry dogs and run faster. Remember that. Hungry dogs run faster. That's all.
I know my place in the pack. I'm in the middle of the pack. I got the same view at the back of the pack.
Yeah. But definitely, no, it is not a race, and they will remind you. And I was reminded a couple of times when I was talking to people about it. It's a challenge, and I look at it like this: it's a self challenge. That's how everyone should look at it, as a self challenge. Challenge yourself. Can I ride this? Can I do 10,000 miles? Do I want to sit there and say, well, do I want to finish it in 10 days, 11 days, 12 days? That's your challenge. Some people say, well, I know my limitations, but you don't want to go into something where it's called a challenge and then half-ass it or don't give it your all. A couple of riders have expressed themselves. Give it your all. Do the best that you can, so that when you look back, you didn't say, well, I wear the patch, I wear a participation trophy. No, know in your heart, know in your soul that you went out there and you rode it and you gave it everything that you had, so that you can feel that, hey, I'm Hoka Hey. And this is just me. You want to feel like you're Hoka Hey. You want to be Hoka Hey. You look at the history of it. And that's why I really enjoyed, we started out in South Dakota. We went to a couple of places, a couple of museums. We went to Crazy Horse and the Lakotas. And so we kind of, it made you feel a little bit more in tune with it. We went riding around and seeing some of the countryside. So you really felt a part of it. So I tell anybody, if you ride it to the best of your ability. Give it your all. You're supposed to be a warrior. No warrior is half-ass. In the military, you're a warrior. You're a soldier. Go out and ride a Hoka Hey like a warrior and feel like a warrior. I'm going to stop. I'm going to get off it because it's not about me. It's about you, PayDro.
All right, I'll give you
I was worried about this show, man. I was worried about it.
It's all good. It's all good. So with all that riding we done on the first day, I did 740 miles on that first day and only ended up west of Miami. Okay. The second day, 688 miles and just got into Georgia. So that'll give you an idea of what we had to go through on those long days. And that second day, I did an 18-hour day as well. So that I think took a lot out of everybody. And I think, with gripping my grips. And I remember just, holding on to the handlebars and just finding out, just relax your grip, man. But you kind of had to hold on when the wind hits you and pushes you to the side. You really had to adjust it and get back on track. So those first 2 days were just tough for everybody.
Yeah.
Tough for everybody.
Yeah.
Do you think being a Florida native, you were used to the weather, kind of helped you a little bit, knowing that, hey, it comes and goes in spurts and not just sitting there saying it's pretty bad now, I'm going to quit right here in Florida on like day 1, day 2, day 3?
I don't know if it helped me or hindered me, and because I'm pretty stubborn as far as that goes, and maybe the stupid Floridian man got in my head and said, this ain't nothing, not the best thing when the big things are going on around you. And if I just get, 1 more mile or 10 more miles or just up to the next stop, it's a good drive, but as long as you don't let that get you into trouble, which we got near trouble, but there's always that other gas station stop that you get to make sure your boots are dry, change your socks, things like that, and you get to try to dry things out here and there. So that was a big thing. Some people were getting like wrinkly trench feet. I saw some of the pictures of that, and I was like, man, I'm glad. And even my waterproof boots, it went up into it. It went underneath my rain gear and then down into my boots. So I wasn't immune from the rain either.
Okay.
Yeah. So my question is this: it sounds like it's not a dangerous. Y'all making me feel like, okay, maybe it's not so dangerous if you know how to read a map, if you take precautions. It seems dangerous if you make a wrong turn. If that's right, because the route is on back roads, but it's not on nothing that's dangerous unless you don't read your map right and you turn down a wrong dangerous path. Is that right? So I should be okay as long as I don't make no wrong turns.
Pretty much. I mean, one mistake or miswording you had, you don't have a map. You have line by line directions. But if you bring a map and you kind of follow it, then you'll have a map. But they don't give you a map. But
Okay.
yes, Let me give you back to where Quesillo was talking about doing your getting your odometer, your trip meter.
Yeah.
Okay.
There was one road, I think either Arkansas or Oklahoma, where it said you go 50 miles on this road. I think it was 51. Oh, great. 50 miles. Great. I don't have to turn every 20 feet, every 2 miles. Well, look, far be it from us to know that 51 had about 10 turns in it. You had to follow the sign that is there that says 51, and 51 West goes this way. And it's a tiny town, but they got like 5-6 different signs that are all tall. So you got to see that sign that you're going to and get the right color one, because they're all different colors in different states. So you got to find the correct number in the correct direction. We went 50 miles on that, but it turned, and then it turns, and then it turns again a couple miles down the road. Well, your trip meter says this many miles, but you're turning multiple times during that 50 miles. You follow me?
Yes.
Okay. So so that is one kind of twist that they put on it. Those people who are doing these routes know these roads, and they get you not there to trick you, but to challenge you to make sure you're following that road in that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Good deal. Hey, like that said, did you prefer a group or being alone?
Well, as you see from the muddy road, I didn't like that part. And so it was good to verify that the leader is going in the right direction. So I would suggest when you are following it, follow your directions on your little clipboard. Well, I had a clipboard. Follow your directions and make sure that they're doing it the right way. Okay. Follow a different trip meter or have your own trip meter going. So when you are alone, you can keep doing that trip meter and make sure they're going the right amount of miles and turning at the right time. Because sometimes those roads are pretty close together. And if you turn at the wrong one, then you're off track. So I do like going by myself a lot, but then there's that security of having a group ride. Okay. Even though you're in a group, you're still on your own solo journey. But there is a bit of security. I know the three ladies I was following for a while, that they were in a group like from the start, like we're hanging together, and they would go and do things together. And some of these people were together as well, as a 5-pack, or they'd pick up a couple here and there, like stragglers like me. So there's benefits for both. So I can't say I liked one better than the other. And out in Utah, I think it was where the Titans, it's like these huge Titan rock formations. And I was putting along at, 10 under the speed limit. And these two guys kind of flew past me and then slowed down. And the back guy just waved me behind. He's like, kind of like, get behind us. They saw my Hoka Hey number. Like, come on, you're with us now.
Like, come on, man, come on.
Yeah,
you are lollygagging.
Yeah, it was kind of like I was so just kind of like down and it's just been bored, and ask somebody to say, come on, man, get on board. We're gonna get on a horse now. So I sped up, to 5 or 10 miles over the speed limit, and hung up to the next gas station. I met them, and the guys were great. So and meeting those people, and just shooting the breeze here and there, and during the stop, and one guy was from Norway. He was great. So I can't say yet. I like them both, and they get benefits of both as well.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
There's another answer without a full answer.
Reef and I had planned to do it together, and he had an accident on day one, and it kind of really messed him up. and we ended up getting separated because he had to drop because he was injured due to medical reason. But like I say, you have to kind of plan to run it like a warrior. Like two warriors can go into battle together. I got your back, I got your 6, you got my 6. But you also have to be prepared that if your battle buddy goes down, or if your riding partner goes down, you, that individual, where you say, well, okay, I'm going to take lead here and ride 100 miles. You take lead and you ride the next 100 miles. Now it's just you. And, so tell everybody, man, have a plan A, plan B, A, C, A, the whole 9 yards, because if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. If you're going to get separated, you're going to get separated. You may get caught at a stoplight. You have to pull over and wait for them, or the person bike goes down. Suppose the person bike goes down. So always be prepared to sit there and say, well, if I have to run this as a single warrior, that's what I have to do. But yeah, though, man, this is good stuff. We go through Florida. We're going through Georgia, Alabama. Everything is still running good, looking good. Any major issues there out of the storm?
It had only front tire I needed to be replaced. I knew it had to be replaced, so I did that in Rogers, Arkansas, at the dealership. They had a Victory or Indian dealership, so I went there. And it's nice to have the dealerships. Indian had a trailer that you could go in and snack, and a restroom, like a private restroom, and a shower. So I took a nice shower and took a nap while they were fixing my tire. The only weird thing, it was in Alabama, going through like this little tiny little roads, man. I come across this big a tunnel, but you couldn't see. It was the tunnel curved inside it, so it was just a 1-lane road tunnel, and there's graffiti all over it. Oh, that was in was that in Alabama or Mississippi? That was my first stop outside of Florida. And it was a pharmacy. It was a converted, looked like a converted bank, and that light over there in front of the bike was like the drive-through that used to be a bank. And my wife had talked to me later. She's like, "Why were you at a pharmacy? Weren't there druggies there?" No, it was out in the middle of nowhere in the sticks. I don't know why it was there, but it was dark and it was safe. But yeah. Oh, that's when it was a self-pumping one. I was pumping it up, and in the middle of the night, I was on the ground because I didn't put a tarp below it, because I scratched it. I scratched the bottom, which made a hole in it. So that was brilliant of me. Lessons learned. Okay. Yeah. So.
Doc, can you see that question? Just put up.
Yeah, I see it. Ballhead Nasty says, when mileage did you time your oil changes and services? What mileage did you time your oil changes?
We lost him, Doc. He fell off. Hopefully he'll be back in. Most likely he didn't have his phone plugged in, thinking that, it was only going to last 30 minutes, 40-minute show. And I tried to tell him, I said, man, look, you're going to look up and an hour is going to be gone.
That's right.
And so, we're going to dive into it. We're going to, But we talked about the map. A lot of people talked about the tracking board. Running the Hoka Hey, you purchase a fleet tracker, which is basically a tracking device that tracks you in real time, basically what truck drivers use on long haul trucks. So the thing is, the big board, we already referred this to as the big board. And we were literally following the riders, seeing the wrong turns that they were making, kind of like, like this person went here, this person went here. And then you see them when they turn around, you kind of sit there and zoom in and say, well, how far did they go off? And, that's always one of the things that I really enjoy putting on this show, of highlighting the Hoka Hey or broadcasting the Hoka Hey. And I'm looking forward to it again in 26, man. It's going to be a good one. But Pedro, you fell off. You want to pick back up where you were at?
Yeah, that question. Did you hear the question, Pedro? Ballhead.
I didn't. Sorry about that.
He want to know, when did you time your oil changes and your services? At what mileage?
What are services called? What are oil changes?
He said, no, he's saying, like, what mileage did you time your oil changes and services?
I did not. I did not. do oil changes. I should have, and I didn't.
Okay, now here's one that I have for you. Why did you say you shouldn't have?
That I
You
should
should have. Why did you say
have.
you should
Yeah.
have? Yeah, why do you say
Uh,
you should have? You said you
Probably
should.
good. Yeah, good maintenance procedures. You know, I didn't think of it. I did one before I left. I should have done one at the Harley dealership, but I didn't even think of it.
Okay.
No excuse, sir.
In all
No excuse.
honesty, in all honesty, you don't need one. You don't. When I ran it in 24, I mean 22, I did not get an oil change. I did the whole 10,000 on one. I got my oil change at the dealership at the start, and I ran it the whole time.
Oh wow.
Your bike can do it. The newer bikes can do it, folks. If you start off on a fresh oil change, a fresh filter, constant rolling the bike the way that for the ride, your bike will be fine. As long as you get to the end and just get it changed. The bike can do 5,000 miles. You can skip it and do 10,000 miles, and your bike will be fine. As long as you take you an extra quart of oil to make sure that it doesn't drop below a quart of oil, you'll be fine. I did it. I know how to do it. So the Milwaukee 8 is almost damn near bulletproof. And that's what they say about the 110 motor. They used to say that about the 110 motor, that they were bulletproof. So as long as you keep oil in them, they will run. So if you are getting ready for next year, folks, formulate a plan. Be smart about it. It'll work. Big John says synthetic for sure. Telling you, do your homework. All right. So we're rolling. Let's jump to the West Coast. Let's jump to not the West Coast, but let's jump to the western half of the country. How was things rolling out in the desert? Any issues, heat coming from the West Coast where you were dealing with rain, trench foot, just soaking wet, monkey butt, the whole 9 yards. Now you're in the dry desert. How are we doing?
Oh, dry desert. It rained also in the desert. There was some solid ones too. And then once you have your rain gear on, you're sweating in it when it does get hot. So it did get hot, and thinking oh, it's a dry heat. No, I had to drink more water. I knew that there were the sun and the dryness and the wind is going to drain that moisture from your body. And so I had a little Yeti on the back, and filling it with ice and water, and then little packets, the electrolyte packets. So I knew that was a big thing. You needed to stay hydrated, staying hydrated, and staying cool. So when I'd go into the convenience store, I'd take my jacket off, jacket and vest, and put it in the ice cooler on the outside. And sometimes I learned to put a little bit of water on it. So when I went in to go to the restroom and get some more drinks, I'd get to come out and get that jacket and put it on me, pour a little water on me, and then you've got a cool jacket on, which would last maybe 10 minutes or so. I mean, not a great time, but once you put it on there, it feels great on your skin and just cools you down really well. If any of the riders want to try to find one of those walk-in coolers with the blowing the cool air on you, that helped for me. And that was great. But I had a double walled steel tumbler with a little pop-up thingy on it. It would keep ice for hours and hours. So those really worked well.
Okay.
Yeah.
PayDro, how did your family support you? How did your family support you? Your wife, your children? How did they feel about you taking on this challenge?
The children hated me. Those little four-leggers. We had four-leggers at the time, and they were driving my wife nuts. And you saw Leanne Proper on there before. That's my wifey on there. She was supporting me. Like I wasn't sure if I was actually getting into it, so I waited a little too late to tell her, hey, I actually got in. And she's like, what are you talking about? So I didn't want to tell her that I got in if I didn't, and I didn't want to. So that was kind of like, sorry, honey, my bad. So she was a trooper, and she's like, well, just freaking tell me, I just would like to know when you're going on a month-long trip across the country. But through all that of my knuckleheadedness, she was great. Her and her brother watched your podcast, K Solo, and stayed abreast of so many things of all the stuff that you were telling them and saying people were going off course and this and that, and she was addicted to it, and she'll be addicted to it again this coming time as well.
Okay.
Yeah, her brother is living on the west coast of Florida, so they were on the phone with each other. Oh my God, I need to see Pete turn the wrong way. And she was just telling me the night. She's like, don't you know when you ride into the motor?
I know Ballhead Nasty
station,
asked about a. PayDro, can you hear us?
Can you hear it? Yeah, okay. So
Okay.
she said,
Ballhead.
Hey, Baldhead.
PayDro, I think you have two logins open. I think you have two logins open. So if you could just completely log out again and then log back in, because I think you have two open because you're over. I heard the echo and the overstep. So if you would just log out and log back in right quick while we address this question for Ballhead Nasty. Okay. So listen, Ballhead Nasty had asked about an auxiliary tank. The Hoka Hey is not like the Iron Butt Rally where you can have an auxiliary tank. For the Hoka Hey, you cannot have auxiliary tank. You cannot have an extra fuel jug or can. It makes it fair and even for all the bikes. The bikes have to be a V-twin bike. Any brand of V-twin, a bike, but you can't have any excess or fuel bladder or anything like that riding the Hoka Hey. And you are right, Step. What is Tamar saying? Good job. Ask for permission or beg for forgiveness. Yeah, beg for forgiveness. Good deal. Oh man. Yes.
Baldhead, I did not have
John
any
American V-twin.
auxiliary tank.
Yeah.
Okay. Good deal. So look, Doc had asked you about family. What about physical fitness? What about your health? How are you feeling at this time? Let's jump to like day 6, day 7. How are you feeling?
6, day 7 was about when I started hurting. Butt hurting, arms. I had shoulder surgery probably a year before I went, so shoulders were feeling good, but just the I didn't have a cruise control. I knew I needed to at my failure analysis as an engineer. I realized I need to get my body back in shape. As an aging old man, I need to get my sleep get my sleep every night. I need to eat correctly. So I wasn't eating very well. I was snacking way too much, eating too much sugar and caffeine. So those things really took my body down, and I wasn't doing my breaks, taking a good time on my breaks to really relax my body. So that's one of the things I'm changing and adjusting in my next ride. So right now I've been doing a lot of yoga, stretching, walking, biking, going swimming twice a week. So those things are on my list to increase as I get closer. So cycle machine, probably the ellipticals, things like that for cardio. So those are the things I needed to fix right there.
Wow.
That's really important. I say go to the gym, that upper strength, is important. That core strength is important, and your legs, the ability to be able to pick that bike up if that bike falls over. Because if you're out there by yourself, you're going to need to know that recovery technique of getting that bike back up so that it can get on that kickstand, either way, left or right, man. So that's very important. What's going on, Justice? Justice is going to be participating in the Hoka Hey. Justice, we look forward to getting you on the show so we can talk about your preparation, you getting ready for the Hoka Hey. So stand by, sis. We're going to have you back on the channel. We're going to have you back on the channel. We're going to be getting some new riders, first-time riders, some return riders, veterans who are no longer participating, just to see, get their input on the direction of the Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge. And yeah, folks, you're going to be tuning in because we're going to be talking about it. We're going to get everybody ready for the 2026 Hoka Hey Motorcycle Challenge. Okay, so listen, we're starting to feel fatigue. Things are starting to happen, but the bike is still holding up. No issues other than the tire, right?
Correct. So where am I at on day 7? I'm around Arizona, New Mexico to Arizona. This is where I went back in my tracker and I looked at all the ride that I did and where I went out of bounds. So on the 7th day, I went 33 miles off route, one way. Okay.
So that's 66 miles.
Exactly.
So don't say 30. That's what I'm telling you, folks.
That's what I said, one way. That's what.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling you, man.
So the next day was 47 miles out one way. Okay. And then the next 2 days, 61 on day 9, and then 61 on day 10. So that was a total of 202 out of the way, one way, 400 miles round trip. So, and that's when I was, so my cognitive stuff, I wasn't eating right, so my brain wasn't functioning to see the correct signs and see or see the correct distance that I was going. So something was going on, and it kind of progressively got a little worse and worse. I was missing more and more of the signs, whatever I need to do, the directions on the route I wasn't getting. So, in hindsight, that's a red flag, yellow flag for me next time to say, hey, if I'm missing too many of these things, I need to take a bigger break. I need to do something to get back on track. So note to self, if you start missing more of them, you need to adjust yourself.
Right. And that's the key right there. Like I say, the first time should be lessons learned. All of the mistakes that you made, going back into it again for redemption, you should follow and stick to them. Good deal.
Okay.
On my practice, I'm gonna. So when I get all my gear together, I'm gonna load it all on my bike here sometime, probably January, February. Go out, do practice runs. Probably start off short 5-hour rides. Maybe sit up the tent and come back that same day, and then leave all my gear on that bike. So when I ride it to work, to school, to wherever I'm going, all that gear is on the bike. So I get used to the weight of the bike and all my gear on it. And then the next time I go out, I'll go a little further, maybe plan to go to a campground or something. So I know I can go out, stay for the night, do all my setups for my gear, tent, pad, whatever I need to do. And then sleep for a little bit and come back the next day. Print out, a route on, where you put, miss all the highways and tolls. And that way I've got a paper to follow where I don't really know where I'm going to go, but I kind of know where I'm going to go. So I can follow the route and make sure that, I get in the rhythm of following certain directions.
Right. Question right quick. Did you carry a tent with you, or did you use the tent?
I used the tent twice. And because it was raining. And after this, that tent was so soaked, it wore down my my bracket on my tour pack, and it bent it so I couldn't even, if you're behind it, you couldn't see the license plate. It was bent that much. All it was just waterlogged. All my stuff was on top. So I had to dump a lot of stuff to make sure it wouldn't just fall off the bike. So yeah, I had to adjust there too.
Right. Yeah. That was one of my biggest mistakes. I on both of the times that I did the Hoka, I never used the tent. I carried it. It was dead weight. And when it got wet, it was just more dead weight. I stuck to the plan of car wash, parks, and gas stations. That's what I stuck with. And the reason why I did that, because when the dew would set in at night, it protected me from shelter. It wasn't inside of a building. It wasn't at a hotel. I slept on my cot. But the thing is, it keeps the dew off of you so that you're not shivering at night in the cold, you're not damp, and it's just, you can rest. And it gives you that sense of security. Learn how to use your bike, put the bike between you and anything that approaches you, put it next to a wall, sleep between the bike and the wall. That's some protection right there that you'll feel. And then too, when I was in Arizona, I was up on the shelter, but in Arizona, it gets so hot. They have these shelters out there to park the cars. I was up on the shelter. It was raining so hard. I woke up. There was a police officer sitting beside me, his patrol car. No, he was cool. It was cool. And he never bothered me. He never once bothered me. He got up and just looked up. He had his light on the side. So, you're going to experience it all out there. It's good. So, Doc, did you just have a question, Doc? Did I miss you?
Yeah, you did. I was just going to ask that, at one point, did you say, okay, I have to stop. I can't go no further. And how did you feel? Where did you feel depleted? Or did you say, hey, that's okay, I'll just come back and hit it again? Was you a good sport about it?
I was on the 11th day. Let's see, I was at I don't know, a little under 6,000, about 6,000 miles, and took off in that morning. I kind of felt okay going through South Dakota, around there. And actually, when I left, I think I went the wrong way, probably another 10 or 20 miles, turn around, and then kept going, and got into right near Rapid City and stopped for breakfast. And at this, it was like a not the town outside it, but it was like a tourist trap kind of thing. They were showing shows and things like that, and they all had people coming in. So I'm like, they had a big sign that said breakfast. So I got in there, and I think either I called my wife or she called me, and I started talking while I was eating. And it's like, Mom, so how you feeling? Well, my hand kind of hurts. I can't really grip the throttle. Like, these two fingers don't feel right. But I'm all right. And in my eyes, I kind of couldn't focus perfectly in my eyes, so I couldn't. It was kind of like shaky, like not the vibrations or something were just making my eyes go wonky. And so she just calmly said, so how much farther you got to go? And I said, well, I'm about 6,000 miles, so I got about 4,000 miles to go up to Alaska. Okay, to the end, right? Okay. And and then what do you got to do once you get there? Well, I'm probably going to sleep a little bit. And, well, you got to get back here, right? That's another 4,000 miles. And then you got to get home, which is another 2,000, 2,500 miles. How do you think you're going to feel after that? Just she let me take myself out of it, basically. And I did not want to do that, but I knew that it was more of a safety thing. If I got these physical problems that the throttle and brake hand weren't doing everything correctly, and my eyes weren't focusing correctly, I've got to make the choice and take myself out, even though I did not want to, because I did not feel like I felt like I would be a danger to myself or others. And so when found a hotel. Sorry, go ahead.
No, were you in a pack at that time? Were you with some people at that time, or had you already started, kind of drift off by yourself at this time?
Yeah, I was by myself, probably for the last probably since somewhere in Wyoming, I think. Yeah, because Wyoming was my last stop. And the other guys took off 2 different ways. One guy needed work done, and the other guy took off. So,
Okay.
yeah. So,
Okay.
and the next stop would have been Missoula, I think Missoula, Montana, somewhere in Montana, which is another 1,300 miles, I think it was.
Right.
And yeah, so I slept in the hotel, 2.5 days, getting pizza delivered. Finally went to
Oh, wow.
shower, and then went and got a big steak and a big glass of whiskey. On the final day, I was like, oh yeah, it's gonna be good. I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, that's a hard decision. I know my brother Sharif, man, he ran into the back of hot bike and messed his wrist up, and he just couldn't go, and it progressively got worse, swelling, pain, inflammation, all that set in on him, and he had to pull. And then for 22, he had an incident with a bike, fell, hurt himself. It's a hard decision to pull yourself out of it, because it is a test of you. It is a test of your endurance, your ability, your toughness, the whole 9 yards. But you have to make the right decision, and sometimes dropping out of the race is the smart thing to do. And you're here to live to tell, and you're going to go back and redeem yourself, man. So we're going to jump into the last part. We're going to open up for questions and answers right quick, folks. We're probably going to do about 10, 15 minutes of Q&A. So if you have any questions, go ahead and drop them down in the comments. We're going to try to get to them as many as we can. Now, I'm going to start off with this question right here. And you kind of highlight and touched on it. Your preparation going into next year's ride. What do you think your number one preparation is going to be?
Body and diet. So getting my body in order and be able to cardio and endurance of that. Like you said, the legs need to be well, your arms and shoulders and your core, and all that's going to lead to a happy mind, happy brain. And I need to probably around May or sometime, I'm going to start decreasing my caffeine intake slowly until I don't need as much. I know caffeine is a bummer as far as the crash, as well as sugars. I love my sugars, and I'm gonna have to reduce those as well. I'm gonna have to switch to something else that's sweet but not a sugar. And then prep the body. Prep the body's big. I know my legs are tight. I got old back injuries that I just have to deal with. I'll put a little brace on. So I think the body is number one.
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
Can you see that, Doc?
Yeah, I see it. Sugar Bear said, ask yourself this question about what to carry. Do I think I need this item, or do I know I need it? If the answer is, I think I might need it, leave it at home. I like that.
There you go. There you go.
I like that. Yep. Leave it at home.
That's it. Okay.
Tamar,
Okay.
she says, the muscle cramps aren't just due to a depletion of electrolytes. It's a buildup of lactic acid. There are ways to combat this to minimize fatigue or have no fatigue. A lot of inflammation is due to what people eat. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stormy. Thank you.
Thank you, Doc. That's coming from a doctor, a medical doctor.
Medical doctor. That's right.
Yeah, man. And she's gonna drop another part in there too. She says caffeine can be dosed properly based on your weight to avoid crashing. So you still can take in some caffeine, just dose it properly. There you go, folks. There you go, man. That's what I love about this show. That's what I love about the show, Doc.
Yeah, me too.
We got a question. Can you see that question, Pedro?
How large is the font on the direction, and is it in a protected covering? About like
there
that.
was a time. Move it back a little bit. Move it back a little bit. Move it back a little bit. Back. Keep going.
Right
there
there.
you go. There you go. Right there. There you go. That's what it looked like.
That's what it looks like.
So turn by turn directions, no GPS, no electronic GPS. You'll be fine. You'll be
Like
fine. And listen, bring at least 3 to 4 pair of glasses. If you wear glasses, I'm telling you, bring at least 2, 3, 4 pairs of glasses with you, because if you're something's going to happen. That's all I'm going to say. What happened to me? Yes, I think I ran over 2 pair of glasses. I literally ran over 2 pair of glasses, because when I pulled up to the gas stop, I set my glasses on my pack, and just in a rush to get going, I drove off, and I'm like, man, I can see fine, but the wind is blowing in my eyes.
Uh-huh.
Where my glasses at? I look behind me, man. Oh shoot, they done fell off. So take your extra pair of glasses, folks. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay, we got another question coming in. Okay, we saw the fonts. Let's roll right along. Okay. What bike will you ride in 26? That's Dale.
Me? Or
yeah,
you?
Dale's asked that question. Dale asked, what bike will you ride in 26?
Okay, I bought a Victory cross country police version, 2020 or 2016 year, with 20,000 miles. So I'm wanting to ride that. But right now it's in the shop, because to take all the police stuff off, you get rid of the signals and hazards and things like that. So the guy's trying to figure out how to adjust that for the thing. So I will be riding it. That's the one I'm wanting to do. Or else I'll just get a new shock on the back for old Betty, the Crossroads. But yeah, I plan to do a Victory again.
Okay, all right, Victory. He a Vic man.
Vic man, yeah.
Nothing wrong with that, man. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Bald head nasty. Bald head nasty. Dahuru says, are you on any medication that need to remain refrigerated? If so, how did you combat that?
No, I didn't have any. I didn't have any, but I don't know if you can see right behind the backrest, right where the blue and the red thing is. I have a small cooler back there. It was a little Yeti. It fit right behind there to fit a little bit there. So I had ice packets, and I would get ice from convenience stores. Sometimes they charge you. Sometimes it's like a racetrack. You can get as much ice in a thing as you want and pour it in there. But that would be my suggestion of having a cooler there. But I didn't need it.
Okay. Questions on the board?
Yep. Bill Burnside says, what was your plan for gas, far from knowing how far your bike will go on a tank?
I did not have a plan other than around 150 miles would be my top. I could go about 180 to 200. I could do 200 in the hills, miles per tank. But the thing is, they seem to take you on a trek that have gas stations pretty regularly. I'd say 50 to 70 was like the most I saw in between. So they find routes that have or make routes that have gas stations pretty regularly.
Okay.
Doc Jones says, what is your plan for diet on the road? You didn't say. Curious if it's similar.
All right. I'm going with the rainbow diet. Get some greens, get some reds, get some browns, some meats in there. Mix it all together, because if I just eat meat, I'm only getting the protein and the salt and sodium. Mix in the carbohydrates, you're getting in a little bit extra, complex sugars. That's pretty good. Now the vegetables have all those other things that your body needs to put all the proteins and amino acids and the carbohydrates together to work into your brains. From what I've read, I'm not a doctor. Maybe a doc, you can help me out here. with my vegetarian wife, she's like, you need to be on a rainbow diet because all that stuff, it helps your brain. Okay, yes ma'am, I will. I promise.
Yeah. We do.
Good
We
deal,
do.
good deal. Hey, I got one for you though. Your rest pattern. What do you plan to do as far as resting?
Okay, I'm planning, instead of doing crazy, 18-hour days, I'm gonna go about 10 to 12. Try to get to a place where before like sunset, get some food before I get the place I'm gonna stay at. So that way I get my food and I get dinner, and then find a place, have about 6 hours sleep, because I know I wasn't getting that. So 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and that way you can get up early in the morning, 4, 5, 6 in the morning, so it's cool out. You can I'll get my little exercises in before I get back on the bike. Go to get a little snack, and then find a breakfast place. That's my plan. I know it's not always going to happen, but that's what I'm planning to do. Get a good breakfast in the morning, and that way, if I'm going to take a long lunch, that's going to be probably in the hottest part of the day, so I can take a nice long lunch, cool out somewhere, cool my body down, and that way I can either take a snack for dinner or keep going a little longer.
Okay.
How's
Dustin
that?
says anyone. Yeah, it's good. Dustin says anyone rocking a CPAP machine. Anybody rocking a CPAP? That's just one of those things that you're gonna need. I don't know if they have battery operated or
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing.
So anybody rocking a CPAP, man, drop it down in there. How you plan to do it? Like I say, you can always find a gas station that has a plug outside. I mean, there are a lot of places in Arizona where homeless people be sitting right there charging their phone up. So
Yeah.
you may want to think about it.
Yeah.
Good deal. Start looking for gas when I hit half tank.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Let me pull this up. Doc, can you see that?
I do. Yep. With the wild ass seat, with a wild ass seat and some extra cushy hand grips, I think I'll be fine. I've already ridden over 600,000 miles, and that is handsome Dave.
Oh, man, handsome Dave.
Man.
Sorry, good deal, man. Garland, late but here. Hoka Hey, everyone. Oh, welcome, G man. He's one of our members. So, man, you are always welcome. Anytime you want to come in, brother. Late, early, it doesn't matter. Hey, your partner got a question for you, man. PayDro, what did you bring on the first challenge that you have decided you do not need this time, gear wise?
I was wondering about my tank bag, but that always has my snacks and my little
Blasphemy.
things.
Blasphemy. What are you talking about? Blasphemy. You are not Hoka Hey if you're not riding with a tank bag, man. That is snack pack central, baby.
Oh yeah, it is.
And that's where you keep your turn by turn directions at, right?
No, I put mine up. I put mine up on a clipboard attached to my handlebar. So I don't want to be looking down all the time. I want to be looking up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You want
some people can. I can't.
Right. And I run with probably like a 6x10 clipboard, same size of the paper. I fold my paper in half. So once I get to the end, I just flip it over. But you want to try to keep it eye level so that you can keep your eyes focused on the road. And that way, when you're not looking down, because if you look down, that split second, you could miss a turn. You don't want that. You want them eye level. So all you're doing is shifting your eyes, looking straight ahead at the road. See, I'm letting all the secrets out, man. All the secrets.
Well, I'll answer Bolo. Probably the tent, because I was thinking of getting one of those layout chairs, those high peak chairs, and then maybe getting like a little tarp just for over me if any rain comes around. So probably the tent. I was debating on the reactive one that just pops up, but I've heard mixed reviews on those. So I think that'd be dead weight. I'm gonna take Bolo's way.
Yeah. Good deal. Garland said, but have a backup for your directions if your clipboard breaks. Mine did. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you just can't don't just go trying to slap some stuff half-ass and think it's gonna last. It has to be durable. I've seen some people kind of have they make, you know, of course, these engineers, they make these little roller scrolls that they literally put their paper in and they roll it like a scroll, their turn by turn direction, and it's inside of a plastic container where it's waterproof. I'm telling you, man, people who ride a Hoka Hey come up with their ingenuity is amazing.
Yeah.
I've also seen people use a dry erase marker on the back of their windshield or something and put the next couple directions on there.
Yeah.
So,
There's
and then
many
they just wipe
techniques.
it off, replace it. Yeah.
Yep, there's many techniques that you can use, man. Many techniques that you can use. Ride with someone with a battery operated CPAP. He has no issues. Okay, so there is such thing as a battery pack operated CPAP machine. Good deal. Good deal. Well, folks, man, we've been at this thing for now almost going on 2 hours. We appreciate all the questions, and PayDro, we definitely appreciate you coming on and sharing your journeys with us on your Hoka Hey ride. It's unfortunate, and we hate that you had to drop out, but we're definitely looking forward to seeing you back in 2026. Yes, sir.
I was just gonna say one more thing about, you said, did you get anything dangerous along the way? Sleep deprivation. I was riding along on a dark road late at night somewhere, I don't even know, in the hills, and I saw smoke monsters on either side of me that my lights were making, and I thought it was like Scooby-Doo smoke monsters that were yelling at me and going to come and get me. And the guys I talked to at the RTR or RTE, the taco run, they're telling me about their hallucinations. So I had a couple of those little, you know, hallucinations for not getting enough sleep. My brain wasn't doing things right. So that's another thing to be aware of. So, but thank you so much for having me on, guys. I appreciate you giving me all these questions. And yeah, I'm stoked to ride on 26.
Yeah. And like that said, when you find time or have time to take pictures, hey, man, listen, take a moment to appreciate your surroundings. That's when you sit there and you look around and you're like, man, this is beautiful. Whip that phone out and take a picture, because you will not remember. There are going to be portions of the Hoka Hey you will not remember. And that's why I say, and you'll hear me say this again, every rider, every individual rider ride is different. What you see, I may not see. I may go through it during the day. You may go through it during the night. I may go through during the night. You may go through during the day. So you'll sit there and talk about, man, did you see this? Nah, man, because I was still riding at 2:00 in the morning when you know, or, you know, did you see the sunrise or the accident there? I've been time where I was up front and there was an accident. I had to stop and wait for the scene to be cleared. And what did I do? I told the officer, I said, look, I'm going to pull right over here. I'm going to go to sleep while you have this roadblock, sir. Could you please just blow your horn to let me know that it's open again? And that's exactly what he did. And I took that time to rest while they had the roadblock. Some truck had an accident, something like that. But hey, once again, thank you for coming on, PayDro, man. We greatly appreciate you come sharing your journeys and adventures, riding the Hoka Hey. We look forward to seeing you in 26, man. And I know you have inspired a lot of people and given out some good information about the ride. So if you enjoyed the show tonight, folks, give it a thumbs up. Give us a heart, like Dr. Remy, man. Say Dr. Building, K Solo, yeah, whatever you doing, man. Producer, you did all right tonight. You did all right tonight.
Thank you, Doctor.
Hey, PayDro, good luck to you next year in 2026. I wish you all the best. And yeah, make sure you get your body together. And I think you're going to be great and successful. So, yeah, hats off to you for trying and attempting it a second time.
Thank you. I'm motivated to do it right, and hope I'll do you guys proud and do the Hoka Hey proud.
Oh, I'll be watching.
All right, love you guys.
You're gonna be watching. Yeah, I know you're gonna be watching.
You're gonna be riding it, right? Come on, ride it. Let's go. Yeah. I want to see you at the taco run, Doc.
Yeah,
you can be the taco run. Medicine Park.
I can do some taco run. I don't know no Hoka Hey. I would do taco run. I do RTE. I do IT.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Once again, folks, if you want to meet some Hoka Hey riders, man, make sure you call my Medicine Park, Oklahoma. look it up, man. They got a page, group page. It's our annual taco run. You'll have 50, 60, 70, 80, maybe 100 Hoka Hey out there, man. So if you want to meet some, that's the place to be. All right, folks. We're going to say good night to Pedro. Pedro, you have a good night down there in Florida, man, and be safe.
Thanks a lot.
Night,
I appreciate it,
Pedro.
guys.
All right.
Love you too.
All right, take care.
Bye.
Oh,
Hey.
Doc.
Hey, that's a great introduction to the Hoka Hey. Up this way.
Okay, hey. Where you going?
I flipped my screen.
Oh, man,
I
folks.
mirrored my screen now, so it's like now I should be over here.
Oh, okay. Good deal, folks, man. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. We are getting excited, man. We can't wait to have the big board up. Doc, we're going to have the big board up. We're going to be following these riders all across the country, man. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. I think that's we're going to have some, we're going to get us a true engineer in here, man. We're going to get this thing, we're going to set it up right. We want people to enjoy it because I know, like I say, once again, it inspires a lot of it helps a lot of family members that's watching their significant others and spouse riding the Hoka Hey. And it's also a great way to sit there and say, hey, man, these are the elite. These are the best. I understand what they're doing. I know more information about it now. We're very informative. We try to be very informative on this show. So,
Okay.
All right. My brother, Big John Levins, man. I appreciate you, bro. I really
thank
do.
you, John.
I really do, man. Once again, folks, they had about 236 riders start the challenge. They had about 75 that did not finish. They started in Daytona, went down to Key West, and then they went up to Homer Spit, Alaska. And no, the Hoka Hey does not go outside of the country, the border every year, every time that they run it. You know, so I know that was a question that came through that we needed to address. All right, Doc. So
Tuesday we
Tuesday.
have Ace.
Yeah.
Yes, we got Ace out of Nashville, former president of Block Burners and Immortal Souls Nashville chapters. And now he's got some different things he got going on in his life, and he's still riding and everything. And so I'm excited to bring Ace on the show and talk about his journey and his challenges maneuvering through this motorcycle culture, man.
Oh man. Good deal. Big John Levin just dropped one in there. He said more women in 2024 participate and finish than any other year in the Hoka Hey history. So that right there alone, Doc. Let me find our if we can get our daggone producer over here, man. We're gonna do this right here for all of that right there, for all of the females, for everybody who participated in. Definitely a big round of applause. Good deal. So listen, folks, make sure you tune in right here, right? With K-Solar Podcast Show with the impeccable Doc in the
building. Remy. I'm gonna get better. I'm gonna keep practicing. I'm gonna get better and better.
That's what's up, Doc. So listen, folks, we greatly appreciate you tuning in tonight and joining us and being part of the podcast, man. You make the podcast.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, Doc, we're out of here, man. And remember, aspire to inspire. And if you do that, you'll definitely be legendary. Y'all have a good night.
Right. Good night, everybody.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your girl, Most Wanted, in the building. You already know the vibe. Inspired by K-Solar the Rider. If you haven't tapped into the podcast yet, you're missing out. Go check it out, catch a vibe, and get inspired. If you're already tuned in, keep that energy flowing and that podcast on lock. This your girl, Most Wanted. I'm out.
World. Yo, it's your girl A Boogie. Big shout out to K Solo the writer, holding it down with the Writing with K Solo podcast. If you love the open roads, good vibes, and real writer talk that hits home, this is where it's at. Keep it locked in, keep it rolling, and remember, like K Solo always says, be legendary.
Going on, good people? It's your girl Foxy here, coming to you live for Street Soldiers 20th anniversary. But I just need to let y'all know, if y'all out here at the 20th anniversary of Street Soldiers, you need to come and see the legendary, none other than K Solo. So come by and have a great picture, chop it up with the legend, the one and only K Solo, my brother from another mother. Represent. Back to you.